me Speed Race, CB Speed Race, hop in the range, take off into space.
Hey guys, it's cbgray coming to you guys live at another Destiny video. How are you guys doing today? So in today's video, guys, before we get started, because I know this is already a little different because usually I got some gameplay going or something, but today I wanted to have something a little different just because we did just hit 15K just a few days ago, and I did just want to say a huge thank you to that. A gigantic thank you for the charity stream being a major success. Raising thousands of dollars for Toys for Tots was awesome, so thank you to everybody that tuned in on that. And I just wanted to make sure I gave thanks where thanks is due. So thank you to those things, I really appreciate it. So now let's get on to the video, guys. So Black Armory is coming in exactly 8 days, and we're hearing nothing but crickets about it. And I don't really understand in a sense of where Bungie or Activision actually came out right and said that they thought that Destiny 2 Forsaken underperformed to the potential that they thought it was gonna sell, and I can understand that because I still think people are in a transition period of the wait and see period, I call it, where people were kind of scared to jump on the bandwagon because of how much of a flop Destiny 2 was in vanilla state, and with Chris Osiris as well. It just wasn't in a good place, so some people aren't as fast to jump back on bandwagons as other people. I know the majority of the core fans came back, but there are some people that are a little stagnant, so I get it. And so with that, it's kind of weird that we haven't heard that much about Black Armory yet. It's a little strange, and I know that information is probably going to be coming on the reset on Tuesday, and then more information will probably come Thursday or whatever the TWAB ends up being. So I know information is going to be coming, but until then, I wanted to make a top 5 list of what I think are the most important things that need to come in Black Armory for it to essentially be a success, or for it to just be something that I'm overall happy with. And I know it's susceptible to change. This is opinion based, so I know you guys might have different top 5s, and that's what the comment section is for. So definitely let me know if you guys disagree with me, and let me know what your own personal opinions are on the matter. So let's get into the video, guys. So number 5. And so at number 5, guys, I want Nightfall specific loot to be better. And I know this might not be the first thing that you would think of when you're thinking of a DLC, but I'll kind of go into my thoughts on why I think it's very important that they are looking into this and making it better. I'm tired of just having Nightfall weapons, guys. I want this expanded. I want Nightfall armor. I miss Cloak of Taniks. I miss the helmet from the Malak strike. I miss so many different strike specific armor pieces. All that cool. The helmet for the Titan, I love that. There are so many really cool pieces of armor back in Destiny 1 that came from Nightfalls, and I really think they should expand on this in Black Armory DLC. I think it would be a great time, and I don't just want them to make it Nightfall specific. I would love if they also expanded and had some things that were available in strikes, so I would go into individual strikes a little bit more and stop neglecting them so much. I still honestly never go into strikes into a specific strike. I usually am going to a strike from the playlist, and whatever one I get is just the one that I'm in, and that's because I probably need a powerful engram and not because I actually want anything specific to that strike. So I think something like that would be very cool, and it would make me go into strikes a lot more and just really broaden that side of Destiny 2. In Destiny 1, grinding strikes was huge. Grinding for Imago's loops was huge. Grinding for Grasp of Alex was huge. And now in Destiny 2, yeah, you grind for things with Nightfalls are active, but other than that, you don't just really sit in strikes, and I would like to see that expanded on. So that's my number 5. I know that could change for other people, but that's just kind of where I have it. So at number 4, guys, I want to break the PvE meta for weapons. This is something that's very important for me. I'm honestly upset that my Destiny 2 Forsaken loadout, and I know this is just mine, but I know it's a lot of other people's, and it's just unfortunate, but I still rock a Midnight Coup. I still rock the Escalation Protocol shotgun, and I still interchange between Sleeper and Whisper the Worm. And if I ever get 1,000 Voices, I'm sure that would become in the rotation. But other than that, guys, there's not that much variety. They're great guns in the game. I still love the other weapons, whether it's a Trinity Ghoul, Wish Ender, Malfeasance, Two-Tailed Fox, Black Talon, whatever it is, guys. But unfortunately, especially on the PvE side of things, I'm not saying PvP, but on the PvE side of things, it's still not enough to make me change from those weapons 99% of the time, unless I'm playing for fun. But if we're playing to actually get something done, those are the weapons that are going to be on. And I'm ready to see something new, so I'm really hoping in an Armory DLC that we're going to see some very, not only strong, but creative weapons. And this is very important for me, guys. I'm tired of the lack of variety in the weapons that I use, and I know that there are viable options. I'm not saying that there aren't, but there's nothing that really breaks the meta that we already saw in Warmind. And so that's just something that I really want to see happen, and we'll see really when the Black Armory comes out what weapons are coming and if they really can compare to any of those weapons that I mentioned. So that's really all I have to say on that. So next, guys, this is something that it really intrigued me, that a lot of people that I talked to seem to believe that Black Armory might not increase the light level, and I know maybe on Tuesday or Thursday we'll already have information that will speak otherwise on this. And so if this becomes dated, just know that what I really want is not just a small boost in light, but I want a decent sized boost in light. Now I know if you take like, let's go from DLC Dark Below to DLC House of Wolves, we went from 32 to 34, and that wasn't that big of a jump. I would love to see maybe us go from 600 to maybe 650, and maybe a base light level of maybe 55. Just something that really allows us to grind a little bit more than what we already have, maybe even 60 as the base power level, and then having the light go up to 650. Obviously I would want something like 700, but I think 650 is a good compromise, and 50 light levels or power levels could really keep us going, because we really need content until the spring, or else we're gonna be looking around in January pretty bored. So I'm really hoping that they do boost the light levels, and I pray that it's not very easy to attain the max level. So that's something that's crucial to me, and it will not only make the grind a lot better, but it will just add to the end game. And I want people to still be playing in December, January, February, March, all the way until the next DLC goes live. And so that's something that's very important, and something that I think definitely deserves the 3 spot. So now moving to number 2, guys, and this is something that really bugged me in Curse of Osiris and Warmind, and it's the raid layers, guys. And I know you might be like, well, the raid layers are really good, they were dope, it was cool, it was something that really added a new layer onto the Destiny system, where we're usually just accustomed to getting new big raids, but this adds a way of the developers being able to get new raid content out to us quickly, and not always needing to create a full-scale raid. And that is not what I'm saying. So what am I saying? So I'm saying that, let me paint a picture for you guys real quick. So if I tell you a story on Osiris, a character that very highly regarded in Destiny 1, we knew nothing about the man, and we were very excited to learn a lot about this guy, because he's one of the most important characters in the Destiny lore. And we learn about him, or you can call it learning, we don't really learn about him, but the story is told about him. We're fighting Panoptes, and it's a story based around Sagira, Osiris, and kind of the whole plot in Infinite Forest. And then the raid layer has nothing to do with anything that we did in the story, or anything having to do with the DLC. Go to Warmind. We're learning about Anna Bray, we're learning about Rasputin, we're learning about all these things, and instead of having something like a raid that kind of goes more into Rasputin and more into the Anna Bray story, and wrapping all of that up and having a climax for that story, we get Valkor. And I know we're filling and we're telling a story of Callus and the whole Leviathan story, and hopefully we're gonna get a great conclusion to that. But I enjoy, like, let's take Dark Below, having a story around the Hive, and then my raid is about the Hive in Crota, after all the story stuff was about Crota. I enjoyed in House of Wolves, we were trying to track down what's his face in House of Wolves, we were taking on 35 Skolas, and at the end we went and we fought Skolas. And that kind of is a trend that continues. In Rise of Iron, we're going into all this Siva stuff, and then we go fight a Siva spider that we know is Axis. And that's what I enjoy. I enjoy learning in telling a cohesive story from start to finish. I don't enjoy learning about Osiris and then next thing you know I'm fighting this Argos monster and I don't really understand why. And I know they try to tie the ends together, but it just does not work in my opinion. So I really want to have a raid layer that somehow adds a new layer of depth to whatever story they're telling in Black Armory. This is my own personal opinion. I know you guys might say, well, that's just not how the raid layers are going to work, and they need to be more relevant to the actual original raid than the new stories and the DLCs. But I say, to heck with that. I don't like that. That's just me personally. So last, guys, and this is very, very important to me because I'm not even a PvP player and I know how important this is. So I know this is very important to the PvP side of Destiny 2. We need Trials of Osiris back. We need it back. And I don't mean Trials of the 8 or 7 or 6 or 5 or 4 or 3 or 2 or 1. Trials of the 9 was Trials of the 0. I did not like Trials of the 0. It was terrible, and I want to have moments like these.
Pete, got him. There's the pick you need.
Go.
There's the pick you need. There's the pick you need.
Got him.
One more.
Got him.
Punch him.
Got him.
Punch
Got
him.
him.
Let's go.
And moments like these. Those are my two first flawlesses in Trials of Osiris and Trials of the 9, and I love those moments. Like, getting flawlesses is one of the best feelings that you can get in Destiny and just the franchise in general. And I know that we have pinnacle weapons to grind for in Destiny 2 now, whether it's Luna's Howler, now we have this grenade launcher and all of these different things that are coming, and that's cool, but it's just not enough for me. It does make me play a lot of PvP, but it doesn't just keep you coming every week and on a weekly basis. Trials of Osiris was bringing up the numbers of Destiny being streamed on the Twitch side of things and on the YouTube side of things. It was powering a lot of people's careers, and it was just a game mode that a lot of people loved, and it's something that I really want to see brought back. And I don't want to see it brought back 4v4, I want to see 3v3 back. Now, whether they do elimination, that's between Bungie and Deej and all those people. They can figure that side of things out. I would love some type of elimination oriented game mode, but ultimately I want Trials of Osiris 3v3, not Trials of the 0. And that's the most important thing to me, guys. And I know that some of those other things might seem like they're more important, but that gap that is in Destiny 2 right now really needs to be filled, and I don't believe it's being filled with the competitive playlist. And I just think that we need a different pinnacle mode that people can do every week at a chance to get unique armor and unique ornaments, where you're like, when you see, you know, back when you were in the tower in Destiny 1, or if you were playing Trials in Destiny 1 and you see all those flawless ornaments, or you saw a scarab, or you saw any of these things, you're like, wow, that guy is good. You just don't really get that anymore. I mean, you kind of do. I mean, you see the competitive scores and Not Forgotten and yada yada yada, but it was just different. It really just was, and I want to see great Trials of Osiris weapons come back, and just another way to also get powerful gear. I just think overall it's just another great way of having people be able to grind the max level without having to particularly always play PvE or to always raid if they don't want to. And so that's going to round it off for my list, guys, and those are the top 5 things that I have, knowing that I missed things. And that's really what your guys' job is. I want you guys to fill the gaps, because I know there's plenty of other things I missed. So please get in the comment box below and let me know what are the biggest things you guys want to see in Black Armory. I know that we're going to probably have a lot more information, as probably some of you guys are watching this video and more information might already be live. But still, even with the new stuff that's already been announced, let me know the things that you really want to see, and Black Armory, guys. And one more huge thank you for 15K, and also for supporting my last video too. I believe it's already approaching 50K, that Nightfall weapons review video that we did. So thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys know that I love you guys to death. If you guys enjoyed this video and if it was helpful and it was something that you guys want to see more of, definitely make sure to leave it a like, guys, and subscribe, as it really helps the channel out. And with that, I'm gonna talk to you guys in the next Destiny video. Thanks, I love you guys.
Destructo dish just like I'm Krillin, yeah. I'm presidential like I'm Reagan, yeah. I'm outer space, it's Armageddon, yeah. And take a ship above the heavens.